Hi everyone. Today, as we are in and out of the pandemic, one big issue that I am seeing and hearing is about people who cannot control their anger. And today I want to talk to you about controlling your anger before it controls you. I had neighbors who were so quiet but suddenly became very angry during the pandemic and started screaming at their spouses in the middle of the night. And that woke me up. I have also met people who have told me recently that they have had an anger issue since their childhood and they do not know how to control it and how to deal with it as an adult. So to you who are listening and watching today, you might have grown up in a family or an environment where you have seen people expressing their anger in different ways. And some have become violent, verbally, or even physically. And as a child, you believe that it was the right way to express your anger. No one creates anger within you. It is how you process the world as a child. You were not taught how to deal with your negative emotions. Anger is like a poison that once you allow it, it spreads and grows within you and destroys your life and your relationships. Dr. Wayne Dyer said, "It is not the bite of the snake that kills the person, but it is the venom that continues to spread and kills the individual." So for the angry person, anger is like a protection. It is a way to scare away adversity. And Dr. John Gray says that the angry person feels an inner inadequacy and feel not enough within themselves. And therefore, the person then tries to protect himself or herself. So nothing outside of the person can please him or her. The person feels frustrated and bitter towards the world and towards everyone. The person is angry at the smallest thing that happened to them and remembers every injustice that he or she has experienced. So the angry person enjoys seeing others failing and becomes very competitive. The angry person remains stuck in those feelings of anger and they blame others for everything that happens to him or her. The angry person always feels inadequate and hurt in everything and with everyone around them. So I would like you to think a minute. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's someone around you who you know is feeling like that and that you might be able to help them. And as Eckhart Tolle said, where there is anger, there is always pain underneath. So I want to share with you a situation that I witnessed recently. That was last Sunday morning. I got up and I was looking outside of the window. It was early in the morning, around 10 o'clock in the UK. And I saw a minor car accident in front of my home. And I was looking very, very closely from my window, trying to see if I could see a scratch, but I couldn't see any scratch on these two cars that hit the other one. And I saw the driver of the first car being so angry, got out of his car and slammed his car door. His car was hit by the driver behind him. So I kept watching what was going on, what was happening, because it's something very unusual that happens in front of my home. And as I kept watching, I could see that the first car, the passenger, came out, and that passenger was even more angry than his driver. It was a guy who was in his early 20s, got out of the car and was moving towards the other car that was involved in that accident. He was experiencing, that guy, an angry outburst that made him first remove his shirt, and then he removed his jacket. And I was wondering, it's so cold outside. But he didn't care. He was so angry that he was feeling even warmer and warmer. And then he started screaming really loud to the other driver. I was really shocked to see that. And his family tried to stop him, and also some pedestrians who were passing by. They intervened and they tried to hold that guy back. That car accident caused a major traffic. It was a minor car accident, but it caused a major traffic. And it was something that could have been resolved very quickly. But it took about 2 hours to be resolved until the police intervened. So it shows you that a minor issue can easily escalate when someone becomes angry, and it can even become a big issue. And these people that were angry in this situation, their anger prevented them from making the right decision to solve this issue. So the best way to respond to people that are angry is for you to come from a place of love and kindness, and not to fight back with them, but to remember that those people are deeply hurt from their own childhood experiences. So it's important to know that you cannot control what goes on outside of you, but you have the power to control what goes on inside of you. So Dr. Wayne Dyer said, "Be the cure and do not look outside of yourself for it." Today, I want to tell you that you can overcome that anger by looking within you and being loving and kind to yourself and to your inner child. So here are a few points that would help you to control your anger. Number one, it is important to be able to release that anger, no matter how much we try to suppress it. And steam that builds up needs to be released, but it is not about releasing it on others. You can simply use some of these tools to release your anger by saying those words, "I am angry about this." But if this does not work, if you are angry at your boss, then the best way to release that anger is to go outside where you are by yourself and just scream out loud. Or you can play a sport. Or another one is you can go for a run and release that anger. And these are harmless ways to release your anger. The second one is to learn to love yourself and find peace within you. And if you do not know how to do that, I would highly recommend you to find a therapist or to start reading some books, some personal development books. And Joanne London, who is an American journalist, she said, "A heart filled with anger has no room for love." And the third thing that you can do is to learn to forgive yourself and to forgive others. And finally, it is about you making a choice. You can choose to be angry at everyone and live angry for the rest of your life or not. What do you decide to do today? And I want you to remember that you are not here to live a miserable life. You are here for a great purpose and to live an abundant life and a happy life. The power is within you. Have a great Thanksgiving and see you soon. Bye.